this was a crucial question. That was the first question that came to mind. Because, as I said, I don't usually write, I write with a different audience in mind. And it's taken me a long time in my life as a writer to figure out ways of enlarging an audience. And when I thought of it, I thought, this is just the audience that I need. I need an audience who most likely does not read poetry, will look upon these suspiciously at first to figure out what the genre is, because they won't look like information plaques. So there'll have to be some reshuffling because you can't read unless you can figure out what the genre is. And then they'll think, oh, this looks like poetry. So I had to think of someone doing exactly that, and someone who is not reading more than, say, the newspaper on a regular basis. You have always, while writing poetry, always sort of thought of your audience in a slightly different way. I always think of my audience as being, in fact, very demanding. So how was I going to play with that? And I thought this is the real challenge. We have the first challenge, which is manageable, but the real challenge then became, how can I make someone read the poem a second time and notice that there might be something more happening here than the first time? And if that happens, then it does relate to the rest of my work. Writing poetry, for me at least, is not something that I sit down and sketch out, this is exactly what I'm going to do. Usually I write a poem and think about what I've done and then give some thought to how I might go on with it. Now, I think in the case of this, I did a number of sketches before I began to understand how to do it. And then it seemed to take shape. And it took shape after that, as it usually does with me. It took place on its own. And also, we have here a space problem. These plaques are only of a certain size. So I have to figure out how to put what I want to put into a short space that is manageable and understandable for most readers who are not poetry readers in one reading. So that was the challenge. And once I understood that that was a challenge, it became a lot of fun.